Step number 3 for me is building a buffer, especially on firms like TopStep, where after you take out that first payout, the daily loss limit resets to $0. So let's say on a name like TopStep, right? You have to make $200 for 5 days to get a payout. So let's say you want to make $201 per 5 days. That takes your balance up to $1,005. If you guys withdraw that money to $500, the loss limit is going to be $0 regardless. So that means once you pull out that $500 from your account, the loss limit is going to set down to $0, and that means you only have a $500 buffer to work with moving forward, which is pretty small, especially if you guys are trading micros where you can get stopped out very quickly, especially in a volatile environment. So for me, once I start getting these accounts funded, I'm looking to build a buffer to about like $2,000 to $3,000. So in that case, if I withdraw $1,500 per week, that means I still have a $15 buffer to work with, and I can still scale effectively and not worry about getting stopped out and not having to reset my account so frequently and quickly. And like I said, depending on where your account is, depending on that first payout, the first payout is resetting your minimum loss limit to $0 regardless of where your account balance is. So again, if you guys are trying to withdraw $2,000 per week, I'd recommend trying to get up to like at least half, so $4,000 in your account balance, withdraw half, and keep on scaling from there. This also gives you a big enough buffer, so if you guys go through some drawdown, you guys don't have to reset your accounts and pay more activation fees. The goal for myself once I'm funded is just staying consistent, making about $300 per day across 5 accounts, and then getting the buffer built. And I can withdraw $2,000 per week almost effectively across 5 accounts, which has been working out pretty well for me. Especially if you guys are still having some emotional issues, you guys start going on tilt and start trading minis and stuff like that. Having a buffer will also kind of help you in that case where you don't have to reset so frequently. If you guys start going all in, you'll start freaking out, start panicking. Having that buffer built in, again, leads to less resets, less activation fees, and more money in your pockets because you guys built that buffer and trade effectively and efficiently. And this is one reason I also like the TopStep X platform, because you guys have the lockout feature like I talk about a lot inside of Discord. Once I make that profit goal, or once I can kind of feel myself going on tilt, I just hit that lockout button, I hit the all day, then I'm locked out for the entire session. So this really helps myself from going crazy. If I feel myself inside starting to lose a little bit, I can hit the lockout button, then try again tomorrow. Sometimes you have a bad read on price action, things aren't going your way. So having that lockout feature ran from you is really beneficial, and it stops you from overtrading and going through more activation fees. So the third step being here for TopStep and prop firms, try to build a buffer and get that buffer to about $1,500 so you guys aren't getting stopped out frequently and going through activation fees.